So what's up guys, it's the Midget Army here, and in today's video we're going to be going over this setup here that you see. Actually this mouse pad, this mouse is supposed to be a little bit more here. So first things first guys, I am a console player, so I do have the Xbox One X here. I got this like as it released for about $500. So next up we've got the Logitech G810 keyboard. I got this off of a recommendation from Ninja, and honestly it's been a great keyboard ever since. Now I did say I am a console player, so I do have the Xbox controller here, but for Call of Duty purposes I mostly play with my keyboard and my mouse, which leads me to the next thing. Here I have the Logitech G403, and I do have the added little weight plate in here. You can actually turn this and get it to open. I probably can't do it with one hand, but in here you've actually got a little weight plate that you can put in there to add a little bit of extra weight. Forget exactly how much it is or how much weight it is, but it does add enough weight to where I feel comfortable enough using it, and it is definitely my daily go-to mouse. So the next part of my setup here is my monitor. Now you can see it is just a little bit dusty. Nothing too crazy though. My monitor is an Asus. I have an Adams Polished sticker here. You can effectively ignore that. I just put a sticker there, as well as the handsome sticker here, the T. Chanley sticker. I like stickers. But this is an Asus monitor. Now this is also only a 1080p monitor, and I do plan on upgrading it eventually. I just haven't gotten around to it quite yet. So back when I wanted to just be a keyboard and mouse player, this was an essential part of the very beginning stages of me wanting to be a keyboard and mouse player. This is actually what I learned on. This is the Zim Apex. It is supposed to be plugged into the adapter piece, which is one extra USB part. It's about that long. Looks like an actual USB itself, but it's supposed to be plugged into there. I don't have it in there right now. I'm just using this as a splitter because I don't need it for Call of Duty. Call of Duty Modern Warfare actually has the port for keyboard and mouse, so I don't have to translate keyboard and mouse input to controller input. So this here is actually what I use to record all of my gameplay. I don't have everything plugged in. You can see that it is just a dangling wire down here right now, but this is the Elgato HD60S capture card. Now normally what you would do is you would run the wire, the HDMI wire, from your console or your PC into this port here. It says in, if it focuses. Anyway, it says in there, so you plug it in. You have another HDMI port that comes out. I'm looking at the camera trying to grab this. You have another HDMI port that comes out, and it's supposed to go into your monitor. But I haven't been using it. I haven't gotten any film lately, so I do have it plugged straight in from here to here. Now, there is one extra cord that this comes with. This is a USB Type-C, like the Samsung, the newer Samsung chargers. And USB 3.0 runs all the way up into the laptop, which, like I said, I haven't gotten much gameplay lately, so it is unplugged. I just haven't been using it, but it is there for when I need it. Next up for my setup here, this is how I record all of my footage and everything when I'm recording myself. Obviously, it's never typically this zoomed out, so I usually do have it around this setting or so. But I've got it zoomed out right now. This is usually where it's mounted, right here behind my monitor and just slightly above it. Now this is a UB size tripod / selfie stick. You can actually fold the tripod down here and turn it into a selfie stick. I use it for a tripod right now. That's all I need it for. What's up guys? Say hi to the camera. The next part of my setup here, I do have a Blue Yeti microphone, which I have on a microphone stand. You can see, I've got the wire, it runs down here to here, and it does go into the computer back on the other side. This, again, is on a tripod, and it did come with one of those foam filter pieces, but I can never get it to sit perfectly. It actually clamps on this way, and it comes here. Now, I can't get it to just sit here. Pretend this is the foam piece, it always sinks down. So I can't ever get it to sit correctly, so I just decided to leave it off. I try not to lean too close into the microphone, or else I will pop it. And this is what it sounds like when you pop a microphone. Another essential part that I have of my YouTube setup is my lights. Now these guys I will have linked. I can't remember the exact model number of these, but these are the Favitech lights. I believe they're around $80 or so on Amazon right now. And they come in a pack of 2. They're really good for lighting my YouTube setup. And it's kind of hard to tell because the camera here auto balances with the amount of light coming in. So it's kind of hard to tell right now, but these are super bright. So this here is where I do all of the behind the scenes work. I do have just a regular old laptop. This is an Intel Core i5 processor. I just can't get it to focus. But this is an Asus laptop. I will have everything linked in the description for you guys, should you want to check any of it out. Now this little guy here is actually what I use to record all of my not record all of my gameplay anymore. I actually used to use this. I used to plug this directly into the Xbox to record gameplay. And that was before I got the capture card over there. So the way that I had it set up is basically I had this plugged in directly into my Xbox, and I had all of my footage that I was able to save with any kind of clips that I would make. I could just set it to record and it would record up to an hour. You do have to format it for the Xbox to recognize this as a storage device, but it was worth it. It's how I got my first few videos done, and it's actually where I store all of my videos now. Now these USBs here, actually these are all my girlfriend's. She was using the laptop earlier for something that she needed. And this, if you guys were watching my videos before, I actually introduced this guy here. This is John Wick with the dog. This is the first ever decoration that I put in any of my videos, so I was pretty happy about that. I kept him. I do have a Tom Brady one, but I couldn't fit both of these. The way that I actually had John Wick most of the time was right here on this old fast charger that I don't use anymore. So I had him slightly angled, so it would actually match the camera to where it would look a little bit like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and slide all this over so you guys can see this awesome mouse pad that I got. I actually didn't get this off of Amazon. I don't remember the website that I did get it off of. I remember seeing it in an Instagram ad. So honestly, I wish I could link this, but I can't because I don't remember where I bought it. Now, next up, I do have a Secret Lab gaming chair. This was, when I bought it, around the $350 mark. Something like that. I don't quite remember. I ended up getting 2 of them for a pretty good deal. But it does come with a head pillow and a lumbar support pillow. Honestly, I will be trading this out because there are better options for an office chair for something that you're going to be sitting in for longer periods of time. And honestly, I just want something that's breathable, because the leather does tend to stick to my leg a little bit, and it gets really uncomfortable after I've been sitting for a few hours. But it's nothing against the chair, it's just the way that it's made. I do honestly love this chair. This is my favorite chair. Everything is very premium feeling. This is a premium leather. It's got kind of a suede accent here. Very nice adjustable arms. I can turn it in a few different settings. You got the little slider here where you can slide this back and forth. I usually keep it all the way up. On the side, there is an adjustable arm height. I usually keep it up at the highest because it is just about level. It is just about level with the desk, and that's how I like to keep it. And there is one last setting to move this left and right. I keep it on the most outside because my right arm tends to sit way out far. So next up, this is actually my favorite and most recent piece for the YouTube setup, as well as my gaming setup in general. And it is also my favorite piece. It is pretty massive. The camera is not selling it. So this is it with the 1x optical zoom. If you guys have watched any of my videos, you do know that this is a massive sheet. And as it stands right now, this is my absolute favorite decoration of the entire setup. It's also the centerpiece of my entire setup. And here we have probably the most important piece of any gaming setup. This is the headset. Now guys, I am using the Astro A40 headset. This has definitely been my favorite one. I've owned a few Turtle Beaches over the years, and this one by far is the most comfortable. I can keep this on my ears for upwards of 8 to 10 hours and have no problem. These earmuffs are probably the most comfortable that I've ever owned. They're probably also the softest that I've ever owned. I'm putting next to no pressure for this thing to compress, and it's great. Now with these, you can actually pop these off. There we go. You can actually pop these off, and you can replace them with a noise canceling top. And you can also change the color of them. So if you wanted these, instead of them being a black, white, and red color, I think they also have like blue or green or other stuff like that. I'm not 100% sure on everything that they've got, but these are just fine for me. I don't need anything too fancy, and I am okay with the wire. Straight from the headset to the controller, and that's how I usually play. Now, I don't think that I will be upgrading this to a wireless headset, because usually whenever I am sitting here, the wire's not really in my way. It does get a little bit annoying sometimes with the placement that it sits on me, because occasionally I will turn and this will get caught on my chest, but I can put up with it. It's no big deal. I'm not trying to go up to the kitchen to grab anything with my headset on. There's just no reason to do that, so I usually take it off and I'll just set them down here, or I'll just hang them on the microphone stand. It doesn't really matter. But what I will probably be upgrading is the mouse here. It does get on my nerves a bit, especially when I have the wire all the way out there. The wire is so long and it's so heavy that it actually, when I start to move it forward and it's hanging, when it is longer and it is heavy, it starts to pull everything down in that direction, and it gets really fast to move up this way, but there's a little bit more resistance when I pull it back. Same thing applies when I have the wire hanging off to the side like this. If I make left motions, occasionally it will kind of get snagged, and it makes it a little bit more difficult for me to make left movements. So I don't know, I'm not a big fan of the wire on the mouse. I probably will be upgrading this to a Steel Series, but I'm not 100% sure yet. I am a big fan of Steel Series products. I do like their keyboard that they have available. I do like the mouse that they have, but the headset is what I'm not 100% sure about. But the only reason is because I haven't actually gotten a chance to test them. And of course, we've got the Yeti here. Got to stay hydrated with some water. I've got mine with ice in it right now, because I like my water cold. So that's going to be it for this video, you guys. If you did like it and you do want me to share more of my setup, because there are more components to this, I certainly can make a whole nother video for it. But for now, this is all we got. So guys, if you like this video, go ahead and drop me one of these. And if you enjoy Call of Duty content, be sure to subscribe, because I will be uploading every Tuesday and Thursday at 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. So thank you guys for watching, and keep in mind I will be uploading every Tuesday and Thursday at 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And if you guys like Call of Duty content, I will be uploading every single Tuesday and Thursday. And if you guys like And if you guys like Call of Duty content, be sure to subscribe. Jeez, I really butchered this one.